This video is for applicants, company security officers, and alternate company security officers who need help completing the personnel screening, consent and authorization form, also known as the Treasury Board of Canada's Secretariat, TBS 33023. It was also created to help you avoid mistakes that can lead to delays in the processing of your security screening. It will help you complete your forms correctly, avoid common errors that result in unnecessary delays, and get your screening requests processed faster. In accordance with the Treasury Board of Canada Secretariat Standard on Security Screening, the TBS 33023 form must be completed for all Government of Canada security screening requests, including reliability status screenings. By completing this form, you provide your consent and authorize government institutions to collect critical information needed to do background checks. Treasury Board of Canada Secretariat is revising this form, and when the new form is available for use, we will update this video. Please note that the criminal record check process, which requires electronic fingerprints, is required for all new personnel security screening, reliability status, secret or top secret requests. They are also required when applying for an upgrade, update and signals intelligence request. More information on the criminal record check process can be found on our website. Now, watch carefully as we walk you through the form to ensure that it has the correct and complete information and includes all required supporting documentation. The personnel screening, consent and authorization form, and other useful tools are located on our website. Be sure to look at these tools, as they can further help you complete your screening forms. The easiest way to fill out your form is by using the Online Industrial Security Services portal, commonly referred to as OLS. This online tool can also be accessed through our website and makes your screening requests easier to process while reducing the chance of errors. In order to use this service, your organization must be registered in our program and have an OLS account. If you are a company security officer and don't have an account, please contact the Contract Security Program and our Client Service Center will help you set one up. In the OLS portal, you can e-sign your form, which means paper copies of the form do not need to be submitted. Please note that both you, the applicant, and your responsible security official must agree to e-sign for the e-signature to be considered a valid signature. Also in OLS, if information is unavailable or unknown to you, you can add an explanation as to why the information is unavailable or unknown using the additional information field. In OLS, the personnel screening, consent and authorization form includes a form completeness check and submission menu option at the right side of the page. If you click this button after completing the form, it will tell you if all sections are correctly filled out, or it will highlight, in red, incomplete or incorrect sections. If no errors were found, you need to e-sign the form. Once you click submit, a system-generated email will be sent to the security official to verify the form, e-sign it, and submit it to Public Services and Procurement Canada. Remember, whether you use OLS or not, all supporting documents such as a copy of your Canadian citizenship certificate, Canadian passport, permanent resident status, work visa, record of landing or passport photos must be sent to Public Services and Procurement Canada by regular mail or courier. As an applicant, you are responsible for filling out sections B and C only. As a company security officer, you are responsible for filling out sections A, C and D. If you are a company security officer looking for guidance on these sections, please refer to the portion on Section A in our video titled Completing the Personnel Screening, Consent and Authorization Form, TBS 33023E, for company security officers. This section is often filled out incorrectly. Please do not leave blank fields or boxes unchecked. After entering your surname, it is important that you use your full name, including first name, and all middle names, when filling out the full given name field. We do not accept initials or nicknames as the full given name. Don't forget to circle or underline your usual name used. Also, make sure to provide your family name at birth, even if it is the same as your current surname. If you use a nickname, for example, Bob for Robert, or Cindy for Cynthia, add these under all other names used. For the residence section, you must provide a comprehensive list of complete addresses you have held for the last 5 years, including the apartment number or civic number, if applicable, and the telephone number. It is very important that no field is left blank. If you do not have an apartment number or civic number, input NA, not applicable. If your request is for a reactivation, transfer, or duplicate of your existing security screening, you must provide your current address and any address changes that you may have had since your last submission. There must not be any time gaps or overlapping addresses. If you were homeless should be inserted in the space provided for street name, and the dates associated should be entered. If you were born abroad and entered Canada within the last 5 years, you still need to provide your residence history for the last 5 years, and you will also need to provide the date you entered into Canada, along with your signed immigration papers, such as a copy of your Canadian citizenship certificate, Canadian passport, permanent resident status, work visa, or record of landing. In the field, have you ever previously completed a Government of Canada security screening form? Check the Yes box if you have already applied for a reliability status or security clearance with any government department or agency. Please provide the name of the employer who requested the security screening request, as well as the level and year of the request. This is particularly important for duplicates and reactivations. If you are looking to have your reliability status or security clearance transferred from another government department, please specify which one. If this is your first security screening application, check the No box and leave this section blank. Lastly, for Section B, if you have been convicted of one or more criminal offenses for which you have not been granted a pardon, now referred to as a record suspension, you must complete all fields. If you have criminal convictions outside of Canada, or offenses under the National Defence Act, you must list those as well. If you have more than one criminal conviction, you can enter them one by one in the Online Industrial Security Services portal, OLS, starting with your most recent one. And if you do not remember the exact date of your conviction, you must provide the most accurate date as possible, and include an explanation in the additional information field, indicating that you do not remember the exact date. Here is an example of Section B properly completed. This brings us to Section C. This section is completed by you and your company security officer. By checking off the proper boxes and initialing them, you, the applicant, are authorizing checks to your identity, employment history, education, professional qualifications, criminal, credit history, and/or loyalty to Canada. If the request is for a new or update screening at the reliability status level, you must check and initial C1, C2, and C3. When applying for new or update clearance at the secret or top secret level, you must check and initial C1, C2, C3, and C4. Finally, for Section C, you must read, sign, and date the Privacy Act statement. If you and your company security officer e-sign the form, OLS will automatically sign and date under the Privacy Act statement. If you are under 18 years of age, a parent or guardian must sign the Privacy Act statement on your behalf, which means you cannot use the e-signature option. Here is an example of Section C, properly completed. If you are using the OLS and decide to click the original signature option, your company security officer will need to print out the form and have you fill this section by hand. You have now successfully filled out the Personnel Screening, Consent and Authorization form. If you have any questions related to this form, you can contact us or visit our website. You can email us at ssi-iss@ tpsgc-pwgsc.gc.ca. If you are calling from the National Capital Region, the number is 613-948-4176. Our toll-free number is 1-866-368-4646.